Dreams do come true. The tier 3 is real. So before I proceed with this video, you're probably looking at all these skins and you're probably thinking to yourself, well then, those are some pretty interesting looking designs. You might be sitting there and thinking, oh, I want to see what full Naval Camo looks like. I want to see what that transparent fridge looks like. Why is that Apotheosis of War bed listed at $3.49? Why is that the most expensive bed skin we've ever seen? You probably want to see what they look like right now. So by all means, just scroll down, take a look, and you'll see that the showcases are chaptered. So if you just want to skip ahead, I provide that to you. Just scroll down, take a look at the description, it's all there for you. And so that, good day, Ruskin enjoyers. Out of all these skins, which one happens to be most favourite? Because this is the last March Rust store for 2026. And I'm sure many of you are fully well aware, next week and the week after that, Easter Rust rotations. So April 4 swipe, we're going to have an update. And of course, we're also going to have the Easter update. So, alright, cool. Looking forward to it. Easter skins aren't exactly super in demand, but we're getting like brand new bunny costume, a brand new Rustichet egg. And I have seen some of the skins that are submitted. There's some pretty cool looking designs. There's some pretty interesting collection continuations. Ooh. So, alright, cool. But yeah, not everybody happened to be super enthusiastic with today's Rust store. I got to be honest with the, come on now. We've seen some pretty meh sort of Rust stores in the past. I'd say it's better than that. We've got some interesting collection continuations. I think, honestly, overall, things could be working out quite alright. We have the return of Temper Collection with a brand new weapon. We have another Sinotype skin. Surely that will help recover everything, right? Space Station Armored Double Door, sequel to the garage door that was accepted like 2 months ago. So, okay. You know what? I won't complain. So, of course, first of all, let's go ahead and find out of all these skins, which ones happen to be abnormal. And it's going to be pretty easy to point out because only 2 skins this week are not abnormal. That being the Chaos MP5 and the Chrome Wave Double Barrel Shotgun. Both of those 2 skins will only become marketable when the Rust rotates next week. And if you don't fully understand what abnormals are, well, let me just segue over to here because last night we had some pretty interesting skins to chase after. Abnormal skins, they become marketable before the Rust even rotates. And to see that all with your own eyes, consider watching this video, watch the first 5 minutes, then scroll down and skip ahead to the Barders chapter, and see it with your own eyes. Well, they appear at a very specific time. And we race to get those Barders down. We will sit here, we'll figure out prices, race to get those Barders down, and hopefully we're the guys that pick these skins up for a much cheaper price in the future and flip them for some sweet, delicious profit. And if you've seen prices recently, considering the Easter dip, yeah, you might. We've been picking up quite a lot of skins as of recent. If you did Barders for like all the January Rust stores, you're probably starting to pick them up now, aren't you? Well, that was to be expected. Good times don't last forever. Dips and drops inevitably happen. But that doesn't last forever either. Because, of course, as we get closer and closer to the summertime, more specifically July and August time, we're expecting prices to rise up ever so nicely all over again, all right? So consider watching this. It'll explain everything. And, of course, in regards to identifying and figuring out, nice potential things to actually purchase, like buy from the Rust store, watch this. Listen in as I talk about the abnormal barter support. Last night, I bought quite a lot. And the reason why is because after doing the Barders, after looking at each of all the skins afterwards, honestly, a lot of them looked as if they're in a very good position. So last night, I bought 20 wrought iron lockers, 30 protector armored double doors, 30 porcelain armored double doors, 50 Thunder Gold SKSs, and of course 30 Hellcat SMGs. Overall, the skins last week in the previous Rust store, they didn't really sell that much. And it definitely made them look a whole lot more appealing. So if I could just switch back over to here, I'll quickly show it to you. So boom. Get a good look at that. Acid Arachnid, I was tempted. But I don't really consider it being green camouflage. So yeah, I didn't think that was going to work out A-okay. Also considering we have Easter in the way. 2 weeks of Easter. Ooh, are people going to be patient enough with them? So I kind of just took a step away from there. But yeah, you might notice Wrought Iron Locker, 13,400 subscribers. Protector Armored Double Door, 12,851 subscribers. Which in the grand scheme of things, really isn't that much. Especially with Porcelain Armored Double Door, barely over 10,000 subscribers. Thundergold SKS, just under 10,000 subscribers. Hellcore Custom SMG, only 7,500 subscribers. So, yeah, I got tempted. I made a move. And I can risk. I could go over risk. I can make some moves because, well, if you're aware of Counter-Strike, you're probably aware that I'm buying these for super cheap and I can flip them for about 6 times the price. So that's a Counter-Strike thing. But yeah, look at me. Yeah. So, yeah, I could take the risk. I went and bought a bunch. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to replenish myself even after spending quite a bit. It wouldn't be too much of a problem for me. But I felt confident to do so after doing the buy orders. So, cool. Lesson learned. If I'm going to be a part of doing buy orders and whatnot with Abnormals, every Wednesday night, I'm streaming on Twitch. Look at the description. You'll see links to all my socials. Notably, my Twitch link is there. Next week, clocks change, and Abnormals will be an hour later for the next 6 months. So if you want to get involved, just hop in, just say hello. Everyone's welcome. So cool. That's a lovely bit of information. But now, let's get a good look at you. So as I said, interesting collection continuations. Potentially some nice looking skins to jump into. But yeah, please be aware, Easter is in the way. So yeah, it's usually like the second Easter rush store, but just like prices in general just go down real bad. And again, consider watching that Easter dip video because prices in general have gotten real bad. So okay, it was expected though. We knew it was going to happen, but at some point it will stop going down. And considering people don't really care that much about Easter, this is where it tends to get real bad, like at its worst. But then afterwards, as I said, as we get closer and closer to July and August time, where we tend to see prices peak all the way up to brand new all-time peak prices again, we are in the position where we're like, okay, we'll be past the worst of it soon. And then from there on, it can only improve slightly better from, like, you know, every day that passes. Cool. So understood, all good. The next 2 rush stores, April 4 swipe next week, that being April 2nd, 2026, and of course April 9, we'll have Easter skins, but of course we'll also happen to have some brand new items as well. So, alright, hope you're looking forward to it, and the link to this contest collection will be in the description. Consider going to look at all the brand new potential Easter skins that could be accepted, and yeah, we'll see what becomes of that. We'll see what gets accepted. So, alright, cool, lovely stuff. Right then. Let's also get a quick look at micro522.com. Don't forget, it'll always keep you informed of all the brand new skins that are submitted. But it'll also tell you the very second these skins, when they're accepted, it'll do a snapshot and it'll showcase what support they had the very second, well, of course, when they're accepted. So you can see the contrast. The wrought iron fridge, 195 upvotes, 85 downvotes. And then over down to here, Chaos MP5, 15 upvotes, 7 downvotes. I mean, it still had a very good upvote to downvote ratio, but you get the idea. Well, votes don't matter whether a skin gets accepted or not. Case in point. So, okay, cool. At the end of the day, it's up to the face punch. So, yeah, get a good look at it. And now let's switch back over to here. So, quick refresh again. I do believe it's now 6 hours since the roster rotated. So, all right, cool. Looking at these skins, I am starting to consider what I might want to chase after, but I'm sure many of you are fully well aware. I always do Abnormals first. Rarely do I actually jump in and buy immediately on the first day. And, well, some of these notable skins here, of course, being collection continuations, we will be comparing with the previous skins in their set. Very notable with the Naval Camo. That's going to be a very interesting detail that we'll cover. But, yeah, keep track of the sales. If last week the sales are a bit slow, like if they didn't really sell that much, you could see the exact same thing happening again, and it would make them a lot more appealing. So, all right, let's go through all the skins now and question, you know, could they actually work out as nice investments in the future? Naval Camo Tier 3. I'd just like to confirm to you the skin creators have responded, and it looks like they will be doing boots and gloves next. However, 2 weeks of Easter in the way. So keep that in mind. They are committed. They do put out quality work, both Mishka and Swanspa. There will be Naval Camo boots and gloves. Now, will they be accepted? I wouldn't be surprised if they do. When was the last time we got boots and gloves accepted? Of course, it's actually been a while, hasn't it? You might say tactical gloves. No. Roadside gloves and boots. That's what I'm saying. So, okay, We'll see what happens there, but it will still cause the tier 3 to spike in price, of course, along with the Naval Camo, tier 2, and hoodie and pants. Now, have you noticed the front page of the Steam market here? Oh, wow, look at that. All the Naval Camos right there, because it's been completely bought out. Lovely. However, the prices aren't that insane. You might recall that the Naval Camo kilt, they're sold at $2 a piece. Well, if you're like me, you probably bought a lot. We're starting to see quite a lot of people trying to like get the sales in whilst they can. People are competing with each other trying to get a sale in. So the price is kind of like stagnated at the moment. I'm under the impression, because of course we're seeing less people playing at the moment. Again, it was expected. It's routine. I'm under the impression you're probably better off holding on to these until July and August. By then, we'll probably have like a full-fledged proper Naval Camo set. We could have boots and gloves, tactical gloves, maybe a jacket as well, maybe weapons as well, maybe deployables. But I reckon by then, there'll probably be a lot more interest, especially considering by that time, kids will be out of school. More people playing Rust. More people play Rust, more demand for skins, better prices. Simple as. So, okay. With all due respect, though, the set does look very nice when you wear all of it together, and I will be showing that off to you in a bit. But, yeah. The kilt hasn't exactly reached the heights of what we saw at the hoodie and pants. And even then, the hoodie and pants haven't reached the same heights they were like last time. So, of course, I'm talking about when we saw the tier 2 being accepted. Both the hoodie and pants went from like $1 to like almost $10. And right now, this is still at like almost $7. It's just, yeah, look at that. It has been better. But still good. Still very good. Very nice to see. Lovely, lovely. So, all right, cool. Understood. So, Naval Camo. We have seen sales at around 25,000 subscribers kind of being the norm. It has been 6 hours, and these two pieces right here, they've only done 3,000 subscribers. I'm not fully sure how much they're going to sell by the, after its 7-day tenure in the Rust store. I should say today's Rust store was early, but it's fine because like next week as well. April 4 swipe, the Easter update, we will have an early Rust rotation next week as well. I'm very much under the impression that we're going to have like a full proper 7 days, and I kind of get the feeling the tier 3 isn't going to sell that much. Both of these pieces right here, they could end up being the lowest selling pieces, and if you're fully well aware of like an in-demand collection, typically the piece that sells the least ends up becoming one of the most valuable pieces. Kilt is usually always the most valuable because it's the early leg armor we have, but yeah. Keep an eye on this tier 3. If this, let's say it only does about 15,000 subscribers. Oh. And then there's also the question of, is the actual full set in demand? I'm sure the boots and gloves will certainly help as well. So I'm not going to rush into making a purchase, but both the tier 3 pieces do look pretty interesting. And again, we could also see tactical gloves, jackets being made and potentially being accepted. It's just a matter of, is it actually going to happen? Is Facepunch up for it? Because we did kind of wait a while for the tier 3 to actually be accepted, didn't we? Oh, the pain of waiting. Ah! So, all right, cool. I'm looking at it with positivity, but I definitely know it could go wrong. The sales could potentially go wacky all of a sudden. So I think I'm better off waiting for like the first 24 hours of sales, then make an assumption, like an educated guess. Yes. So, all right, cool. So, is it selling hardly anything? Or am I not noticing it's just selling as much as what we saw with the previous skins? I'll be keeping an eye out. So, all right, cool. Space Station Armored Double Door. A perfectly fine white design. It's another transparent, glow-in-the-dark Armored Double Door, much like what we saw the previous week. Now, the Protector Armored Double Door, that did almost 13,000 subscribers, and it sold at a price of $2.49. This right here, just to confirm, well, $3 a piece. And yes, it's a sequel to the garage door we saw quite some time back, in the very first Rust store for this year, the very first Rust store for January 2026. So, oh, cool. That's nice to see. And overall, we have been seeing quite a lot of space-themed skins being accepted. But just to confirm, it's made by various different skin creators. All right, it's not just one whole set. It's just various different people making very similar designs because they're all making things in reference to the fairly recent space station building skin, armored building skin. I lost my tongue there. Sorry. So yes, people noticed the theme. They all contributed to it, and some people got acceptances, so they committed to it. Mr. Vlek here. So yeah. Cool. So could there be more of this in the future? I mean, there could be like an armored door, single armored door. There could be sheet metal double doors. You get the idea. And I do believe that's actually happened. It's just we haven't seen an acceptance until now. So, yeah, we've got the garage door, but that was one that was accepted. Single armored door, unfortunately, that wasn't accepted. But the double door, boom, accepted. So, okay. Wouldn't surprise me if we see another attempt with the regular armored door. So, all right, we'll see what becomes of that. More on the horizon? I do expect it. Is it safe? Considering the recent armored double door skins we've seen, again, we just had a glow-in-the-dark transparent armored double door player. I'm not sure if that's going to sell that much. Maybe it still sells quite a lot. But in theory, then, I get the feeling that might be better off. And of course, last week we had the porcelain armored double door. That is a work of art, all right? I don't need to question that. It's a work of art. So looking at you, okay. Buy orders first? Yeah, buy orders first. Let's leave it to Wednesday. Keep it on the sales, then we'll approach it. Oh, look. It's another Sinotype garage door. Cool. That's 2 now, isn't it? Surely this will save the Sinotype collection. Oh my god. Yeah, that's some better days, yeah. So if you deduct $4 from these two, oh boy, that's $24 now for the full set of Sinotype boxes. Oh god. Oh dear. Okay, so that's scary. Yes. But with all due respect, with what we saw at the previous garage door, that's actually done better compared to the neon garage door, the neon farm garage door, but it still went down in price. I'm very sorry to say, but I can't help but expect the exact same thing to happen to this. And I feel like just going about halfway of a barter probably is the way to go. If you could just quickly refer back to the Neon Collection Hedge, we actually did get quite a lot of those garage doors accepted. And you might notice they're not doing very well. So that's down by 51, that's down by 57, that's down by 40, that's down by 40, that's down by 61, and that's down by 60. Yeah, it's not looking very good, is it? No. I get the feeling people don't actually want to label where everything is in their base. Just a hunch. So I'm not really confident with that. Again, you might like the design. Listen, if you like it, by all means, just treat yourself. Buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creators, keep them nice and motivated to keep wanting to put out nice creative designs in the future, all right? But if you were to sit there and say, you know what, I kind of want to buy 50 of them, maybe wait until Wednesday first. That might be smarter. So yeah, it'll be a lot more helpful for you if you just wait it out a bit longer. But again, simply buying a skin for yourself, just go do it. Support the skin creators, help them out. So, all right, cool. That garage door, I'm not feeling very confident. Now, the tempered SKS. In the past, we've had some pretty interesting weapon skins being accepted. Now, of course, we did recently have the handmade MG, but no, I'm talking about like the M249, I'm talking about the SAR, I'm talking about the M39. Look at the prices they sold for. $4. I was very much under the impression they'll probably do that again, but then again, $2.49. Anyway, it's a perfectly fine purple design. It's nice and shiny. I've showcased this already in a short video. It looks nice. But do take note. Look at all the collection here. Is that super in demand? Not really. Not everything there is doing A-OK. Not everything is doing perfectly fine. I can't sit here and say this is going to be totally fine, because again, how many SKSs have we seen recently? Yeah, we've seen quite a lot. We have had 4 in a row. No. 5 in a row. 5 in a row. It's getting ridiculous. So again, it's a fairly brand new skinnable. And Facepunch can't stop themselves. They're just going to keep accepting more and more and more and more. And unfortunately, the older ones, especially ones that sold quite a bit, yeah, they're going to go down in price pretty bad. It's unfortunate, but that wouldn't be too surprising, is it? So, priced at $3, will you actually work out quite all right? Or will you just probably just crash and burn? I wouldn't expect it to crash and burn, but I kind of want to just stick with a barter. I feel like that would be the smarter way to approach it. So again, let's just wait until Wednesday. Then we'll make considerations. Apotheosis of Warbed. So let me just quickly remind you. I kind of thought the skin creator might return and just resubmit the garage door or the rug. They didn't do that. They made a brand new skin. And props to them. Facepunch clearly liked it. But I just want to make sure that you are aware. We've had previous attempts for a garage door and a rug. Okay? What's stopping the skin creator from resubmitting or tweaking them and resubmitting then? Well then, yes, interesting. So they all glow in the dark quite scarily. But yeah, point made. We're building up a collection now. Apotheosis of Warbed, you are the most expensive bed skin we have ever seen. So let me just quickly point that out. The most recent expensive price for a bed was $3. Black Ops bed right there. But now it's, now it's the leader, $3.49. It's a very interesting approach. It's a very interesting design. But with such a high price, do you reckon people actually want to try and get it? Do you reckon it's not going to sell that much as well? I would agree. I wouldn't be surprised that drops off a fair bit. Ends up being one of the lowest selling skins of the week. But in terms of interest, it's actually doing quite all right at the moment. Seems a lot of people actually do care for it. Do happen to like what they see. So, all right, cool. I'll be keeping an eye on it in terms of total sales. But yeah, I also want to keep an eye out for more Apotheosis of War skins. Unfortunately, Easter is in the way. Oh boy, you're going to say that a lot now, aren't you? Yeah. I'm sorry to say, but that is the case. So, all right then. I wouldn't be surprised if it does drop off a bit. But I kind of wouldn't be surprised if with it not selling that much, it probably would work out quite all right. So, long term. If it sells not that much, okay, things could work out quite nicely. But again, looking at it, how many people truly appreciate what it is? It's a bit daft. So yeah, you don't happen to like it, Mr. Hedor? I thought the bed looks cool. It's just the price, really. It's just the price. So, all right. Rest in peace and barbed wire. Come on, that's metal. How could you hate that? So yeah, it's the price. But maybe it'll still sell a decent amount. And maybe we'll see some more interesting skins like that being produced. But 2 weeks of Easter in the way. Wrought iron fridge. I did ask somewhat recently. I asked the skin creator, hey, can I get like an outdoor garden set? I need like a table and a chair. And honestly, with the wrought iron, I think that'd be cool. But we've got to wait a while, because guess what? Yeah, Easter's in the way. Yay! Anyway, that is 3 in a row now. 3 in a row. All 3 of these have been accepted. That's cool. But yeah, let me just quickly show that off with the locker from the previous week. As you will see, if you go to the comments, I just said, hey, a chair and table would be pretty sweet. So, yep. They seem to agree. It doesn't mean they're definitely going to do it. But I guess that's something to look forward to. We'll see. Anyway, more potentially on the horizon. But how many fridges have we seen recently? Just 2, but all of last year. Oh my god. The vast majority of all fridge skins that have ever been accepted appeared last year. So far this year, though, we've been a little bit more, well, restricted, I guess you could say. Not too many, which is nice. And I should also point out the other recent fridge skin to be accepted, the Lunar fridge. Oh, that looks really cool. That also is a very nice transparent design, and that is still in the positive. People are appreciating that. That glows in the dark and whatnot. This does not glow in the dark, but it does have a collection. So the more we build up with it, would the fridge also work out nicely? And of course, let me also bring this up. In comparison with the other 2 skins, I don't know why this is here. I don't know. It's a glitch with SMM. 19,164, 13,441. I bet this sells less than this. We're starting to see like less and less sales with each new skin, which is a bit odd. But again, if they don't sell too much and the demand is there, especially in the future, especially with potential collection continuations, well, all the better for it to rise up in value in the future. You get the idea. So, okay, we've got to keep an eye out for that. And again, over the course of the next 2 weeks, we'll see. What do you think about the naval armor? Well, as you said, I don't consider it to be camouflage, but in terms of an interesting blue design, it's the only blue design I'm aware of that doesn't reflect. And we'll show that off in a bit, don't you worry. Chrome Wave Double Barrel Shotgun. The first ever skin to be accepted for Mr. Bit. Congratulations to them. Start keeping an eye out. You never know. They might be getting a lot more skins accepted in the future. But yeah, this seems to be a one-off thing that got accepted, and it wouldn't surprise me if they'll try and turn it into a collection now. So Chrome Wave Double Barrel Shotgun. Next, it might be Pump Shotgun. Maybe we could see a water pipe. That'd be cool. But yeah. What else could there be? We'll see. Comment below. What would you like to see? But Double Barrel Shotgun skins, even the Redemption Double Barrel Shotgun has dropped off. Skin prices aren't very good at the moment, are they? So, yeah. Ooh. I got to be honest with you, I don't think that'll be an anomaly. I think that'll end up like all of these as well. So, I think I'd rather just stick with a bard. I'll probably go about halfway. But it is a brand new skin creator, and if you'd like to show support to him, consider buying it. Best luck to Mr. Bit. But in terms of that being a double barrel shotgun, so yeah, not feeling like super confident. Twisted Metal Barbecue. So okay, I mean, yeah, cool. All right then. So we recently just had the sheet metal double door with oh yeah, I recall we had the armor double door being submitted. That didn't get accepted. I saw this and I was like, really? Because it doesn't really light up that much. I mean, of course it lights up. It's a barbecue when you turn it on and whatnot when you're cooking. But it's not like, well, an Abyss barbecue, if you know what I'm talking about. It doesn't really glow. So, okay. Is that going to be all right? Because, again, you might have noticed, hang on a minute. That's not doing good. That's not doing good. That's not doing good. That's a sheet metal double door. So, of course, you're going to do good. But you, barbecues, are they actually in demand? Well, I can't judge this just yet. But I'm surprised to see that's happened. Wow, that's gone below its roster price. And you, well, yeah. Anyway, okay. Give this another week or two. Look at it again. I'm pretty sure that'll go down in price. I've had a few people message me saying, Hedge, I can't believe it. This skin or that skin's listed at $30. Wow, I can't believe it's $30. No, 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 no. If a skin is listed at a price, it doesn't mean it's selling at that price. So maybe for a while this looked as it looked as if it was worth $50, but no, no, no. What were the actual sale prices? And it looks as if someone actually bought one of these today for about $7. Wow. Okay, scarcity perhaps. But yeah, give it time; it'll slowly go down. So anyway, Twisted Metal Barbecue. We'll give you a good look. Maybe we could come up with a more solid opinion when we see it with our own eyes. So, all right, cool, cool, cool. And Chaos MP5, it's fine. It's just a standard design, as in no transparency, not exactly super colourful either. A very grounded approach. But when you see the aim sight, it's like, yeah, considering what we've seen recently, I don't think too many people are going to be all that fussed. But again, newer skin creator. If you like what you see, consider showing support. And yeah, maybe it could get turned into a collection. Chaos Weapons. Chaos Control. Anyway, shut up. Oh, rock skins. Ah, Chaos Emeralds, rock skins. Ah, Hedge, shut up. Anyway. So, yeah, not too many skins this week, especially compared to all the previous ones. And trust me, next week I expect to see quite a lot more, including those brand new items. But now, let's hop in game. Give all these skins a good look. And don't forget to comment below which one is your favourite. Okay, so, first of all, let's get a good look at this fridge. Looking pretty interesting. And again, what type of deployable would you personally like to see being made next? We've already had a barbecue, a locker, and now a fridge. But what do you reckon would look really, really nice? And you can't say a sheet with a door. You're not allowed to say doors. No, that's cheating. It's not allowed. It'd have to be filled in. All right. So I won't be surprised if it happens eventually, but it would have to be filled in. A little bit of transparency would be fine. You know, maybe a couple of these holes that you see here, for example. Yeah, that might be all right, but not the whole thing. No. All right, okay. Now, of course, at night time with the lights on nearby, you can see it is quite reflective. A perfectly fine looking fridge. Yeah, yes, indeed it is. Yes, indeed. But then, you know, yeah, it doesn't glow. Now, if it was switched on and whatnot, all right, you'd be able to see the light on the bottom. So, okay, you'd still have that. But yes, the actual thing does not glow in the dark. So, okay. That's definitely a feature we've already seen with all the previous wrought iron skins. But yeah, a water purifier. Bed with silk sheets. That actually would be pretty cool. Yeah, you could do like the side portion of it with the wrought iron design. And yeah, no, that actually would be a pretty cool idea. I think that'd be a great addition. So, all right, cool. It's up to Skin Creator though. Large box collection. I don't think you'll be able to see what's inside. So anyway, yeah, a perfectly fine looking fridge. The second fridge so far this year. But could we see a lot more of them? What do you reckon? Well, opinions please. Feel free to comment below. And now, get a good look at what we have over to here. Because quite a lot of people, I don't think they fully understand what this is. Because look at that. That is, that's metal. This guy, I'm not sure if he's actually dead. I think he's just sleeping like that. That's just how he sleeps. on top of a bunch of skulls wrapped in barbed wire. Yeah, that's pretty metal. So yeah, that's looking pretty cool. That's pretty unique. That is $3.49. And of course it glows in the dark. Come on now, look at that. Look at that. So previously we have seen attempts for a garage door and a rug skin in the past. More recently we did see the armored double door skin being accepted. Right now, not doing too bad with the arrival of this today. But what would you like to see being made next with this? Let's get the lights on. You can see it's a little bit reflective. You can see the barbed wire is quite reflective as well. Not too bad, not too bad. But $3.49, oh, well, I'll tell you this. If it doesn't happen to sell that much by next Wednesday, I think I might still go for a sneaky few purchases. Maybe just 20, maybe 30, we'll see. But if it genuinely has less than 10,000, 10, of course I would. But anyway, 10,000, I would be tempted. And again, listen, if you just want to buy one for yourself, I don't blame you. It looks cool. So, alright, keep an eye out. We could probably see some interesting skins after Easter. Now, if only it could save the Sinotype collection. If only it could keep everything nice and secure that way. But yes, we're starting to notice a similar pattern like what we saw with the large boxes. It says safe. S-A-F-E. Can you read that? Safe. The majority of people can't read it. R-O-O-M. Room. Alright, anyway. So, yeah, that's a perfectly fine looking garage door. It glows quite nicely. It's somewhat reflective. Not exactly super flashy. And, of course, in total darkness, it glows ever so nicely. So, okay. Not bad. Looking pretty sweet. But, yeah. With the previous one already going down in price, I don't feel very confident with this one. Sorry to say. So, we'll see what becomes of that. But, if you like it, cool. But what other doors would you like to see being made? Again, do you actually want to label everything in your base? I mean, if you want to, tell them. Comment below. I'm sure they'll read. So, alright, cool. Perfectly fine addition. And then we pan over to here and... Okay. So from a distance, right? Do you see how it looks as if it's invisible? Look at the hatch. I can't see anything from this distance. I thought I left them up. No. No. Look at that. So that's looking pretty sweet. That's looking pretty cool. Alright. So we've got another transparent hatch. And of course... Oh yeah, it glows in the dark as well. And that's a nice noticeable glow. So this does blend in quite nicely with the building skin. This is a sequel to the garage door that appeared a good 2 months ago. Do you think we'll see a lot more? Sheet metal double door, single sheet metal door, single armored door, you get the idea. Could we see a lot more of that? Light on. Are you reflective? To a point. Yeah. Not too bad there. But again, like, how many armored double doors have we had recently? How many glow-in-the-dark transparent ones have we had? Well, just the one previously, from the previous week. Maybe it might be alright. How much will this sell? I still don't know, actually. Again, we'll just be patient. The smartest way to approach all the skins and actually walk away with a decent profit in most instances is to be patient. Don't rush into anything. And by that I mean, wait till Wednesday. So, alright, cool. And don't you think I should quickly hop over to here and open the hatches? Okay, right. So first of all, I'm walking right in front of it. I'm a man. A real man. Look at that. So I can actually see a decent amount. And then, of course, there you go. So, yeah, from a distance, it does look very similar to what I just saw a second ago. So let's just bring those down again. So as we pull back more and more and more, yeah, I don't see the lines in between. I just see gaps. I just see holes. And that's been accepted. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah. So, yeah, are you impressed? $3 a piece. Do you consider that better in comparison to Protector Armor Double Door from the previous week? Well, offer your opinions. And speaking of opinions, now I have a good question to ask. Are you hungry? So, Twisted Metal. Not exactly the most in-demand set. Only one of the skins is actually in the positive right now. It hasn't had the best of times. Nighttime look. With the lights on nearby, you can see that it is quite reflective. But it doesn't glow in the dark. And you'll see that in a second. But of course, when it's lit, oh yeah, that's visible. That's no problem. So of course, let's go ahead and showcase just that. And yeah, no glow. So we've seen that with all the other barbecues, and we will continue to do so because they do not glow in the dark when not lit at night time. As I pan my head over to here, well then, it really doesn't light up that much. Not like ridiculously. So the emission layer on this one's not super noticeable. But again, like any old sort of barbecue, I can still see like all the teeth and whatnot. That's cool, that's creepy, it's somewhat scary, ha ha ha. But yeah, that's pretty much all it's got going for it. So, if you're not confident with the Twisted Metal collection, yeah, I'm not sure how far this is actually going to go. And if we keep seeing more and more barbecues, notice how we keep seeing SKS skins being accepted, even though it's not the focused item of the month anymore. That very likely will be happening with the barbecue. Easter-themed barbecues have been submitted. But will they actually be accepted? Well, that's the question to find out about, isn't it? Yes. Right. Well, that's all nice and fine. You know, the Deployables, pretty nice this week. No complaints here. Now, we have a particularly interesting Tier 3 armor to take a look at. So moving over to armor, just these two pieces this week. A perfectly fine addition. It basically completes all the core pieces with the Naval Camo set. So, alright. Cool, but can we actually go on stage? Alrighty, so, what's your opinion? It's nice to finally see it being accepted, although I'm still kind of questioning what's going to happen with the Black Ops clothing armor. We'll see. Maybe it'd be a nice surprise to see literally just after Easter. We'll find out. But yeah, boots and gloves on the horizon. I think people will be pretty pleased about that. Right then, let's get up nice and close. An interesting light blue, dark blue approach. I don't consider it camouflage. Maybe if you go dip in the water, it'll probably be quite alright. But it does have one very interesting, notable advantage. It's not reflective. So if you were to consider, like, I see, all the other blue options we have in terms of clothing and armor, right? Basically, you're probably going to think of Skullkiller, you're going to probably think of the Azul set. Those reflect. They're also both dark blue, if I can recall. This right here, I don't think it's either of those. So you know how with Whiteout, Forest Raiders and Desert Raiders, they don't reflect that much. This is also another skin just like that. And it's not just this, of course. You know, it's got all the other previous pieces as well. So, okay. Well, that is pretty sweet, isn't it? And of course, just to quickly prove a point, some people would ask, hey, does it glow in the dark? And you think, no, it doesn't. Look at that. Look at that. So, alright, cool. Understood. So, you're saying there's other pieces, huh? Yes. Right, get a good look at that. So, lots of blue. Lots of, well, gold trim, I guess you could say. We have to point that out. There is quite a lot of, like, gold trim, gold lines going all around. Seams, trim, am I saying it right? Or belt buckle. Pretty cool, pretty cool. But, quick look at nighttime. Same thing. Except the gold, it does happen to shine a little bit. Not super shiny, but maybe like the bare minimum. So, okay. Got ourselves a pretty interesting set right here. But of course, you know, boots and gloves would be appreciated. A jacket would also be pretty nice. But do you envision roaming around with this everywhere? On land, it probably might not be the best of camouflage. Maybe in the forest, jungle and whatnot, in the shaded areas, you know. Okay, that'd probably work. That'd probably be, you know, alright, I'm fine. But yeah, an interesting blue set. and we don't really have that many blue sets. So, yeah, just use the standard blue jacket. You know what? Sounds perfectly fine. So, yeah, technically a nice complete set, but boots and gloves would be nice. Maybe some weapons. What about some deployables? What direction do you want it to go next? Offer your opinion. And of course, no, it doesn't glow in the dark, so okay. Not too bad. But in terms of will the tier 2 actually go anywhere in terms of becoming a nice profit? Well, let's see if those boots and gloves actually get accepted. And if anything, will the tier 3 actually manage to match up to the sales we saw with, of course, the previous skins there? Or does it end up selling less? And if it does, well, as I said, it definitely makes it look a whole lot more appealing. So tier 3 armor, keep an eye on it. It's probably the most in-demand skin this week. Of course, it's the top seller so far. But yeah, it's also potentially the best investment. Got to wait till Wednesday. We'll look at the sales then, and then we'll start making considerations. Time to showcase the weapons. Now, first of all, get a good look at the Chaos MP5. A fairly grounded approach, not super flashy, not super colourful, but yeah, got a cool looking skull right there, no complaints here. Aim down and it's a standard aim sight. If you're to literally look at a non-skinned MP5, this is what you'll see. And don't stare at the bullets when they shoot at you. Ah. So yeah, no, it's fine. It's just I don't really expect that much with it. Being brutally honest with you. Nighttime look, aim down. Not super visible. Aim down with like stuff in the background. Still can't see it very well. Yeah, that might be a bit of a problem. That might be a bit of a problem. But yep, let's just inspect this in front of the lights here. Not exactly super shiny or super reflective. Strike a pose. And let's get up nice and close. So, yeah. A lot of you turn up and you want me to tell you what potentially could be a nice investment and what not. So, you're coming to me for some honesty. And I'll be honest with you, I don't expect this to work out very nicely. I think I'll just stick with a 60 cent to 80 cent barter. But you never know. Maybe it does develop into a brand new weapon collection of some sort. Realistically speaking, no, I have doubts. So, by all means, if you approach a more grounded, less silly sort of design, perhaps show your support to Mr. Turpin and, yeah, consider buying this if you happen to like what you saw. So, alright, cool. Let's now go ahead and showcase the next weapon skin. So, let's get up nice and close and observe the ever so nice and shiny looking double barrel shotgun. Yeah. That's looking quite impressive. Quite shiny. Aim down. Yes. That's looking perfectly fine. So, over to here. Pop in some new ammo. Nighttime look. Aim down. Again, not super easy to see. Not super visible. So, yeah, I'm basically looking at the ground now. Can't see a thing. I can see the outline of the double barrel. But, yeah. Right then, so over to here, you'll find out that this is actually very, very shiny. Interesting. And if I were to strike a pose and try to look pretty, yeah, not too bad. Near the lights at night time, this is a fairly interesting standout design. And I'll ask you, you know, do you like his pattern design? Do you like what this is? Is there another weapon you'd like to see potentially become exactly like this double barrel shotgun? So, yeah, that's up to you. Props to the skin creator. People will be keeping an eye out now. Will you be making a brand new collection? Right then. Let's now switch over and take a look at the final skin for this video. And the final weapon skin. We have the tempered SKS. Right, so let's get up nice and close. In fact, I'll do you better. Let's move the sun around. Wow. That is shiny. Look at that. So I'll just pan around. Looking pretty sweet. Aim down. Standard sight, no transparency. Let's give you a nice reload. And of course we'll look at it at night time as well. So nice little inspection, nighttime look, pretty sweet. Yeah, and then I'll aim down over here. Yep, I can't see a thing. Wow. Who'd have guessed? So yeah, understood. How shiny are you? Show me. Oh yeah, you shiny. You shiny. So alright, cool. So yeah, overall with the weapons, were you impressed today? Or do you reckon maybe like the tier 3 might be carrying today's Rust door? To be honest with you, the deployables are doing pretty sweet as well. And I'm still quite happy to see a brand new tempered weapon skin. Slowly progressing, ever more, after so many years. The very first skin appeared in 2016. Well, 10 years later, still seeing more of these getting accepted. It's quite charming. Right then, so let's now hop out of here. Got quite a few more things to discuss. Okay, so warning, warning, warning. It's surprising how much of a difference happens over the course of 2 months. 2 months ago, post-Christmas, oh, great time. Prices are still great. I was selling tons of skins. I was making tons of sweet, delicious profit. But right now, oh, well, are you keeping track of your buy orders? Because if you're like me, potentially, you might have multiple accounts. You have to put an effort in to maintain your buy orders. Because if you don't keep track, if you don't keep check, oh boy, yeah. Where did all my funds go? Well, some of these skins might be quite literally at their lowest point right now, and you might be the highest buy order. And people very likely will dump onto you if they are really unsure if the skin's actually going to work out quite all right in the future. And you probably don't want to deal with that. Case in point, see this right here, this Chinese lantern barda I had, I removed it because I found out I was the highest buy order, and I would still be right now if I didn't remove it. It's unfortunate this didn't really rise up in price in the past year, and it's only been going down recently. But yeah, with good intuition, I thought, you know what? I shouldn't keep my buy order of 100 buy order requests. Yeah. We'll see if that ever recovers. I hope so, but yeah, it's not looking very good. But yes, lots of random buy orders, which I probably should have removed a few here and there. Oh well, it is what it is. Like, I can still replenish myself. I can still recover. I know I will. But this used to be maxed out not that long ago. Now, I have used this account to buy skins straight from the Ruster as well. True. But yeah, the majority of where all the funds went was through buy orders. So keep track of your buy orders. Don't slack. Make sure you're keeping track, all right? That's for you. Now, I think I might be doing another episode of Road to Big Grin, because what we just talked about right now, well, that would be the main point that I'll be discussing, because the How Power account, it doesn't have any money in it anymore. It's all gone through buy orders. Yeah. Oh, okay, well, I've got quite a discussion for that. So yes, basically, if you've ever questioned, do you ever actually pick up any of the skins that you do buy orders on? Yeah, when times are bad, I pick up a lot of them. Look at how much of this is in the red. It's unfortunate, but we were considering this. We were considering that this was likely going to happen, and lo and behold, it happened. So, yeah. Don't assume it's always people making mistakes or people unsure what the price of the skins are. It's quite literally a case of, on average, the price goes down. It's the Easter dip. And of course, if you want to learn a whole lot more about that, consider watching this video, okay? But emphasis in keeping track of your buy orders. Otherwise, all of your funds, poof, gone. So make sure you keep track. Right, so cool. And of course, in regards to Easter, if you want to stay up to date in regards to all the newest skin submissions, consider watching this video right here. It's early collection continuations. It's a shorter video. And as you'll see over here, yep, it's all chaptered, not specifically for each skin. But all you're going to do is just click the link to Easter 2026 and you'll see all the skins there. So, yeah, I'm being a little bit lazy. Yeah. But I'm allowed to, all right? Shh. So, yeah, Easter next week. And we are expecting an early Rust rotation next week as well. So, keep that in mind. Easter update, April Force wipe, all's good. Now, what content are we going to see being added? Well, of course, we're fully well aware of like the brand new bunny costume and all that. But are you keeping track of what's going on in commits? So, over to here. Armoured ladder hatch seems to be fully ready now. So, alright, cool. That's nice to see. I'm sure it's in the videos for like Protox and Shadowfrax showcasing it. It appears the gears cost is cheaper now. So, it looks like it might be a little bit more manageable to actually grab one. And over to here, yes, brand new achievements are being added to Rust. So, entering deep sea, building a boat, hitting a boat with a cannon, tracking for consumables. So, I guess if you get coconuts, alright, cool. Hackable crate on ghost ship, alright, cool. And then killing a player with a weapon on a stolen PT boat. Okay, that sounds cool. So, yes, more achievements being added to Rust. And if you're like a completionist, well, you've got to chase after that now, don't you? So, alright, cool. Over to here, a bowless crossbow. This is something they've had as a concept for a very long time. I do believe it was mentioned and showcased on the Shadowfrax video, the recent one. Yeah, okay. Is that like more prim stuff? We'll see. Alright, cool. Looking forward to it. And then over to here, what appears to be the next big DLC. So I know we have the building skin. There's a crypt building skin that was being worked on. But I'm under the impression, you know of the Decor Pack DLC, right? Where you got like the special doors and the first instance of barrels being added to Rust. I think this is something like similar in vein. An industrial theme pack in which we see the first ever industrial shelves, first ever skin for shelves. So, okay, that's it sounds great. Floor paper also being added. Yeah, it just basically comes across as like some sort of special little DLC just to like decorate your insides, the insides of your base. Anyway, sorry, weird choice of words, but the point still remains. This is being worked on. It's been worked on for a while now, and it'll probably be worked on for another month or two. And then at some point, maybe around the summertime, we'll see that being introduced. So keep an eye on the commits. I'm sure we'll be seeing some more things being mentioned, which will be added to this. Perhaps brand new skins, or rather, the first ever skins for certain items will be mentioned as well. So, all right, cool. Look forward to it. Keep an eye out. So that's essentially everything. It's been, what, like 7 hours now since the Rust rotated? Yeah, these are looking like they're starting to slow down, which is fine. What are they going to look like after the first 24 hours of sales? If they end up with about 8,000 subscribers, okay, they probably will end up with just about 20,000 subscribers after their 7-day tenure in the Rust store. And don't forget, a lot of people do like to wait till the last second. They do like to wait until Thursday, then they like to make their purchase, all right? So keep that in mind as well. That's likely to happen too. Cool? So, all right. Understood. All good. So, right. Just got to be patient. And again, if you truly just want a skin, treat yourself, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creator, you get the idea. Right then, so next week, as I sit here and record next week's video, my birthday will roll in. So I'm going to get old the second you watch the video. Alright, anyway, so if you're to come watch me, I will be streaming next week. I intend to be streaming earlier, but I might actually be trying to do a force wipe. I might be dressed up as well. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, happy early birthday. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You have been very generous today, Fuzzy. Incredibly generous. And with so many people gifting subs earlier, we did some giveaways and whatnot. I have far too many skins. I must give them away. Come visit my streams. The link is in the description. It's all there, you know. Twitch link is right there. Usually we do a giveaway every single day. I'm not super fast in sending the skins over, but you will get them. You will get them. So, alright, cool. I must have bought about 5 of each of these skins today for a giveaway. That's how many subs I got. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, alright then, cool. How about we go ahead then and wrap up this video. Where have you been hiding his eggs? You've been sticking them up where? What? So here's a nice little preview of some of the skins that are submitted recently. I believe we've got about 200 skins in total. The collection itself isn't fully up to date, but we'll see what happens. Got some pretty interesting designs. All of these should be collection continuations. Do you remember last year's Carrot Cruncher M249? Well, whilst this has a different name, the design is very similar, and of course made by the same skin creators. So, alright, cool. You might recall we had a backpack last year. Well, yeah, good look at those tactical gloves. And, well, I don't remember what you're a sequel of. I think it was the other backpack. Yeah, Hatch Chick. He's got a flower. He loves you. So, cool, lovely. And you. How many more of these will we see? After a while, Face Punch will turn around and say, hey, let's go make a Garage Door DLC pack. Yes, wonderful, lovely. Ha ha ha. Right, so we'll just give this a quick look with the torches lit up nearby. Also, by the way, I fixed the issue with the lighting. No longer do I have that issue anymore where when I look away, it looks as if it disappears. It suddenly goes dark. So, alright, cool, lovely, awesome. It wasn't a glitch. It was an experimental feature. I didn't need it. So, alright, cool. Well, that resolved. I actually got that from the Rust subreddit, so someone talked about that very recently. I saw the response to fix it, and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you very much. So, alright, cool. Let's see what weird things we see next week. But I repeat, typically, people don't really care that much about Easter. But maybe we'll see some funny, goofy, silly designs. Again, the first ever Salvaged Axe skin is expected to be next week. I'm sure we'll see a barbecue as well, maybe. Maybe some interesting doors. Well, I'll wait and see. So, with that, thank you once again. Have a splendid weekend. Catch you later. See you and goodbye.